What's up, everybody? It's week 2 of the college football picks. Let's start out with the first game is Penn State versus Florida International. Now, Florida's International is 1-0. Penn State's coming off a big win against whoever they play. Not even a challenge. And this game will be the same thing. Penn State will win this game. Easy. The next game, San Jose State going to Texas to face the Texas Longhorns, who lost to Ohio State last week. They're both 4-1. I think Texas rebounds and easily beats San Jose State. Now, Arch Manning should have a better game in this game. He didn't play very well against Ohio State, which kind of makes sense because it was Ohio State, good defense. He should have an easy time against San Jose State. And yeah, Texas wins easy. Next game, now this is almost like a basketball game. Illinois versus Duke. I'm going with Illinois to win this game. It could be close. I'm not sure exactly how good Illinois really is, but in this game, I will be picking Illinois. The next game, Florida State versus East Texas A&M. Florida State will win this game. There's not much to say. They're ranked number 14 after they beat Alabama a week ago. And they should easily beat East Texas A&M. Next game, here's a rivalry, in-state rivalry. Iowa State hosting Iowa Hawkeyes. Iowa State's 3.5 point favorites. They're 2-0. Iowa's 1-0. Iowa State's ranked 16. This is always a battle. I'm going to go with Iowa State to win at home. But it's going to be a battle. It might come down to the end. The next game, Baylor versus SMU. Well, Baylor lost to, they lost last week to Auburn. SMU won easy. SMU 2.5 point favorites. Baylor could be tough. This could be a game. I think I'm actually going to pick Baylor to upset SMU on the road. The next game, Indiana versus Kennesaw State. Indiana will win this game. They didn't really look that impressive, I guess, last week, but they easily won still. They're facing Kennesaw State, who's, yeah, not much you can say there. So Indiana wins that. Next game, Texas Tech versus Kent State. I'm going with Texas Tech to win pretty easy. Next game, Utah State versus Texas A&M. Texas A&M should win this game. Utah State might be good, but Texas A&M is way better. So Texas A&M will win this game. The next game, Grambling University versus Ohio State. Well, good luck, Grambling, because you're going to need it. Ohio State will win this game easy. The next game, Austin Peay versus Georgia. Going with Georgia to win that game. Yeah, not much to say about that. Again, not much to say about it. Next game, Oklahoma State traveling to Oregon. Now, in the past, Oklahoma State has been very good. I'm not sure how good they'll be this year. They're 1-0. They're traveling to Oregon. It's a tough place to play, generally. Oregon's 27.5 point favorite. I'm not sure if they'll win by that much, by 27.5. But that won't matter because I think Oregon will beat Oklahoma State. Oregon gets the win. The next game, Troy going to Clemson to face off against Clemson, who lost to LSU last week. Clemson should win this game and rebound. Troy sometimes can be tough, but I'm going Clemson to win that game. The next game, Ole Miss versus Kentucky. Ole Miss is 8.5-point favorites on the road. They're probably the better team. Kentucky, I'm not sure they'll be that good, so I'm going Ole Miss to win that game. The next game, East Tennessee State going to Knoxville to take on Tennessee Volunteer. Tennessee looked good last week, although they didn't really play anybody. And here, Tennessee will win and should win easy. I won't be surprised if Tennessee wins by like 50. Next game, South Florida going to Gainesville to take on the Florida Gators. Now, Florida won easy last week against Long Island. No surprise. South Florida came off with a big upset against Boise State. Maybe showing Boise State's not that good, and maybe South Florida's going to be pretty decent this year. Florida 17.5-point favorite. Florida should win this game, and I'm going with Florida to win. Next game, Cal Poly going to Utah to take on Utah. Utah is joining the top 25 this week after their win last week and other reasons. Utah will win this game. I don't know how good Cal Poly is, so I'm not really sure if this game will actually be close. It probably won't. Utah wins this game easy. Next game, Miami versus Bethune-Cookman. Miami's coming off that big win against Notre Dame last week. Miami will win this game easy. Next game, it's the Battle of the South Carolinas. And if you want to know what I mean, South Carolina State versus South Carolina. South Carolina will beat South Carolina State easy. Next game, Louisiana Tech going to LSU to face off against LSU. LSU will win this game. Louisiana Tech, I'm not really sure if they'll be good this year. You never can know. But LSU should win pretty easy. Next game. Now this one is kind of interesting. You got Arizona State going to Starkville to take on Mississippi State. And you may say, oh, what do you mean interesting? Well, Mississippi State can be a tough place to play. I'm not 100% sure if Arizona State is as good as last year. I'm not sure Mississippi State will actually be good this year. And in this game, I'm going with the road team, Arizona State. The next game. Now, this is another good game, at least on paper. It is the Michigan Wolverines versus Oklahoma. Now, if I remember correctly, I think I saw that this is like the first time Michigan and Oklahoma have played in football. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. If I'm mistaken, if anybody in the comments knows, let me know if they actually have played before. But I kind of think this might be their first time. Michigan looked all right last week. You had the number one recruit quarterback, Underwood or whatever. Bryce Underwood, he played all right, I guess. Played pretty good for his first game. Then Oklahoma, you got the former Washington State Cougar quarterback, McKeeter. Oklahoma played pretty good against whoever they played. I'm going with Michigan to win this game. The next game and the final game of week 2 for college. UL Monroe versus Alabama. Now, Alabama got embarrassed a week ago against Florida State. They should feel embarrassed because if you look at it, Kalen DeBoer has coached 14 games at Alabama. He has already lost 4 games against unranked opponents. Now, if you're comparing that to Nick Saban coached almost a lot of games, right? And he only lost 4 games against unranked. So if you're comparing, DeBoer's time in Alabama could be running out very quickly if they don't get better. Will they lose this game? No, they will not lose to UL Monroe. I think they rebound in this game, but they got some things to work out, and they got to improve because if they don't, DeBoer could be on the hot seat unless he's already on the hot seat. But yeah, so there you have it. There's my week 2 college football picks. We'll see how we do this week. Last week, I think I missed like 2 games. That's not bad. Not bad. That's good. So we'll see how we do. See you guys next time.